Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into Notes of Design. So before we further move towards our episode on discussing on various factors related to design on the topic of today, I would like to thank each and every one of you who have supported Notes of Design and helped us spread knowledge, and knowledge should not be hidden behind paywalls. We have registered our first 1,500 people, so we have affected almost 1,500 unique users across the globe who came with us, who learned with us, and who are growing now with us. So I'm super happy announcing that. So on today's episode, we're going to discuss about service design, its various components, and how one can design best service. And not to be taken wrong, designing a service is quite different from service design. So we're gonna be talking all these things today's episode. So stay tuned and happy designing, everyone. Hey everyone, so on special request from a lot of people that have asked to discuss about what is service design and what is service blueprint and how does old service design perform and functional like. Let's break down service design first. So with increase of number of services around us, though in terms of different consumables or though in terms of different products we have around, it's really hard to carry or maintain an individual single point of process across delivering all these services. So there's no longer a clear distinction between goods and services. So basically what's happening is now you are taking a good and that good is also continuing to be act as a service going forward. For example, if you have a file on your Google Drive or a Dropbox, so accessing that file is your good or the product that you want, but accessing it through various online cloud platforms is the service. So with increase in all this modern technologies around us and with increase in all these various conveniences, so now our product and services are almost going in hand with each other. So to make it a bit differentiating across, so as service grows in sophistication, so does the support that involves in giving to that. So basically a complex system of services will have a complex method of procedures, and while breaking down these services effectively, if there's any lack or if there's any patch of information that's getting leaked, so the service won't get transferred effectively to the end user. And service design is not just about users, it's also about the employees who are running behind the curtain and running the old show. So let's talk about the history of service design now. So the term service design was coined by Lynn Solak in 1982. So Shostak proposed this to develop an organization and understanding the behind the scenes of the process and how someone interacts with the service and what exactly happens. So the best example I would say is once you go to any restaurant to eat or anything, so you ordered your favorite food. So from terms of restaurant service designing, right from borrowing ingredients to make the food that you have ordered, right from the way that chefs wear to show their brand of the restaurant and the way how it's served on your plate, everything is included in terms of service design. So to define it really well, in terms of NN Group, I'd say service design is activity of planning and organizing a business's resources. So these resources we're going to discuss in further coming part. That's called the 3 P's of resources, that is people, props and process, in order to directly improve the employee's experience or indirectly the customer experience. So this is how the old service design has been defined as. To make it even better clear, in a way a service is the opposite of a product, which is something tangible that you buy. A piece of furniture is a product basically. A website that let you post those tiny advertisements showcasing the old furniture, putting you the contacts is the service part behind it. So do you remember the last time you got frustrated with your bank? It surely wasn't because it was because of the building or the furniture. It was because you have to stand for a long while in the queue and no one actually came and responded to you right back. So these are few of these elements of different types of service that we provide and talk about. To detailedly explain you the definition, that's the one of the example that I have to. Moving forward, now let's talk about the 3 major components of service design. The 3 major components of service design are props, people and processes. Just like in delivering a best user experience design, there are multiple components required while performing a beautiful service across the different mediums that you are providing your service on. 3 major components are people, props and the places. So people are the components that include anyone who creates or uses this service. That can be an individual or someone who is affected by the service. So under people, we have employees, we have customers, we have stakeholders, we have partners. So all these are considered as a people component of the service design. Then we have props. So props are the various components that help you run these services. So for example, the props can be both digital or physical, a computer, a keyboard, or else the rails that you put to make you enter your customer, the staff's clothing,